Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blog, so let's get to it. Yeah, I know you guys tired of these old dark ass videos, grainy and everything, but this week, I've been doing my videos in the morning before work because I have a lot of work going on, and I'm about to go on vacation, so I'm trying to finish up a lot of things, so it just works better for me to do it in the morning. So y'all just hang with me. This is probably the last video that I'll be doing early in the morning like this. Actually, this is the last video I'm doing for the year, even though there will be more videos posted. That's another thing. I've been banking videos and getting them up and just scheduling them for them to come up next week, so you guys will still see me next week. So the shout out video I've already recorded. I did it on Sunday, so anybody that requested a shout out on Sunday or after you didn't make the video, I'm sorry, but like I said, I'm trying to get all this stuff up for you guys. Also, I may still do my Real Housewives of Atlanta and Love and Hip Hop video. Those are the only two videos that I may still do even while I'm on vacation, you guys, because those videos are too much I need to make sure that I make those videos. Okay, y'all know I'm about this bread. Okay, I got to make my little monies. So those two videos, I've decided I don't know if I can afford to let them go. Might still not happen, but I'm gonna try to get those two up. So just letting y'all know on that. Okay, but yeah, I'm sorry it's dark. I tried to turn on my phone and get the light from the phone kind of brighten up my face a little bit. Y'all get to see me. I don't have my makeup on. Y'all see little bags. Okay, anyway, you guys, let's get to the video. Alright, you guys, first up, the Sandra Bland case. It was decided yesterday, or a couple of days ago actually, that the jailers that were responsible for holding Sandra Bland at the jail for those 3 days, nobody will be held accountable for her death. That the coroner's declaration that it was a suicide will stand, and nobody in the jail will, have to go to court because of what happened. And of course, it's very, very frustrating. The whole case is so weird. I just don't know what to think about it. And because we don't have any type of proof anywhere, I don't really know if I felt like the jailers were going to be held accountable. So I'm not really surprised by this, but it's still disheartening. As far as the gentleman who initially arrested her, his fate has yet still to be decided, whether he'll be indicted for that and all that. That's still on the table. But as far as the jailers, the jail responsible for holding her, nobody will be held responsible, even though there were some breaches in security there. The fact that she had access to this thing that might have been responsible for her being able to hang herself. I don't know what to make of the case. It's just strange to me. It's always going to be strange. We're never going to really have the full story, and it's too bad. A family has lost their daughter. I don't think she was married, and I don't know if she had any kids, but it's a sad situation all around. So I hope that the person that arrested her still has to be held accountable, because I still feel like if he hadn't unrightfully, I don't know if that's a word, unlawfully, if he hadn't brought her into if he hadn't arrested her from the beginning, y'all, we done been through this. And I feel so sorry for her mother, I think, and her sister. Just, once again, it kind of just makes you feel like the Black life does not matter. And a reason why I still feel like that Black Lives Matter movement is very important. So, just letting you guys know about Sandra Bland. You guys leave your comments about all of that in the comments section below. I guess we got to talk about Steve Harvey and his monumental, colossal blunder at the Miss Universe pageant on Sunday night. I was in the bathtub, and actually I was getting out, and my girlfriend Crystal texted me and was just like, "Ooh, I know you're going to be talking about Steve Harvey and Top of the Blogs." And I was like, "Why? What happened?" I was not on the internet at all really on Sunday, so I didn't know. And she said, "Girl, he announced the wrong winner at Miss Universe," so immediately I jump on Instagram and I see all the little short clips of, Steve Harvey, in his very Steve Harvey way, big eye, kind of just sitting there like this, oh my God, I just made a big mistake. Okay, I believe his words was, "I have to apologize." And the reason why he said that is because after he announced the second runner-up, he looked on his card and he thought that the first runner-up was actually the winner. The first runner-up was Miss Columbia. But if he would have looked to the right and at the bottom of the card, it actually said Miss Universe is Miss Philippines. When he announced the second runner-up, and then he announced Miss Columbia as the winner, and everybody thought that Miss Philippines was the first runner-up, he found out very soon after that that it was a mistake. And immediately the audience starts screaming. He had to take the crown away from Miss Columbia and place it on Miss Philippines' head. Well, he didn't have to physically do it, but he had to verbally say that he announced the wrong winner. And yeah, very, very big mistake, especially because now I didn't know that Steve Harvey was even hosting the Miss Universe pageant, but that's a very big honor. And he talked about it on his Instagram, because now, of course, after all that happened, I go into his Instagram. I don't follow Steve Harvey, but I go into his Instagram and I see him, days before Miss Universe and the day of, he's posting all these things about, how this is like a big moment in his career, and he's got his boys there with him and everybody, his support team, his management team, all of that. Okay. So it was a big deal to him, and it was a big deal to his career, and it was a big deal as far as Miss Universe is concerned. I mean, even though Miss Universe doesn't seem to be all that big in the United States as it used to be, I remember watching those pageants all the time. I hadn't even heard, the only reason why I had heard shit about it this time is because all of the shit that went on with Donald Trump. Before all of the Donald Trump mumbo jumbo, I haven't really watched or heard about a Miss Universe pageant in years, other than just hearing it in the, just the little chatter in the background. And I think a lot of people, as far as black people probably anyway, watch the Miss Universe pageant because of the fact that Steve Harvey was hosting. Okay, so he got a even broader audience to this whole thing. People love Steve Harvey. You guys know Steve Harvey is about the business. He has his game show, Family Feud. He has his talk show, The Steve Harvey Show. He has his radio show. Okay, Steve Harvey is the fucking one of the hardest working men in show business right now. Okay, and I think they record all these different things all over the place. Okay, so he travels a lot, he does a lot. Okay, he's a very successful man, not necessarily my favorite person. Okay, but you can't do anything but respect what he has been able to achieve, coming from being a comedian to where he is now. Okay, so this was, this was big. Okay, and to mess up like that was, it was just the worst. But he apologized and the mistake was corrected. Another lady came out and took the crown off of Miss Columbia and put it on Miss Philippines. Miss Philippines was standing there like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, do I go get the damn crown and the roses? Or, bitch, give me my shit. It was just, when I watched the clips afterwards or watched the video afterwards, I was just like, damn, that's terrible. Now that I'm doing a little research on it, they're saying that it's some little, little known scandal going on, and evidently on someone's Snapchat for the Miss Universe pageant, right after Steve Harvey had announced that Miss Columbia was the winner, when he goes backstage, someone is Snapchatting it, and someone says, the teleprompter said Miss Universe was Miss Columbia. That was on someone's Snapchat. It has since been taken down. But some people are saying that Steve Harvey actually read the teleprompter that said Miss Columbia was Miss Universe, and that to save the Miss Universe pageant a whole lot of face, that he decided to take all of the blame on himself, because he continuously apologized and said, it is my fault. I will take 100% of the blame. He tweeted it, and he went on and on to say, that it was his fault. So that's a little bit of the scandal that's going on. People are saying that, he's taken the fall for the pageant, that the pageant has given him a very large pass because they realize that it was their mistake, but they're letting him take the fall, and in exchange they're going to have him back as the host next year. I don't know how true that is. I haven't seen the Snapchat video. I just read it on the internet this morning when I was doing my research for this. So It's terrible. And of course, the fallout afterwards was really, really bad. People were all over him, calling him a monkey. I mean, you can really, the days of social media and the racial climate of today really lets you know how people feel about you, okay? People will say some horrible, horrible things. But I think it was to be expected this time. It's Miss Universe. It's many, many countries that it's a big, big deal too. Okay, even bigger, way bigger than it is here in the United States. I mean, you got some little known country in Salalabuso. Okay, well, they ain't got shit else going on but, Miss Universe. Okay, they worried about Miss Universe and the Olympics, and that's it. So, I can understand that he was going to get quite a bit of backlash for that. But like anything else, that shit will eventually die down. People were mad that people were all over Steve Harvey. Look, the situation is he made a mistake. It was a universal mistake. Everybody saw it. He is going to have to bear the teasing and the memes and, even the bad talk, all of that, because it would happen to anybody. Steve Harvey is nobody special when it comes to people dragging you for a mistake that you made. It's a sad situation, but that's what they do these days. Okay, and him being a comedian, if anything, you should be able to laugh at yourself. Now, I know that the wound is very big and open right now. I bet you eventually he will, add this to whatever stand-up that he eventually has. But as far as people being real sensitive about the things that were being said about Steve Harvey, like anything else, you just get over it. Okay, it's the week of Christmas. This shit is something, it will move on. And it'll be over. This will not affect Steve Harvey's career. The man is super duper successful. Now, if he was just starting out and he did something like this, then yeah, it probably would have affected him immensely. But the way Steve Harvey's money is set up, yeah, he doesn't have anything to worry about. If anything, this has made everybody involved more popular. Miss Philippines, or Miss Philippians, as he tweeted when he apologized. I said, Lord, this iPhone will have you looking the fool. Okay, with this damn automatic correction and shit. He had to take that tweet down because the shit had been misspelled, the Philippines. But, everybody is more known because of it. What's the word that I'm looking for when, It's a cloud with a silver lining, you guys, and we gonna make lemonade out of lemons, okay? And we gonna move on, and like I said, he'll probably be the host again next season, and I'm sure if they ask him officially that he will definitely accept, because now he has to prove that the motherfucker can do this shit right. But yeah, I wasn't here, and the celebrities coming out, and Tyrese and Game, two of the most whorish social media people, just always wanting some fucking attention, always putting themselves in somebody else's shit. He's a grown-ass man. We don't need you guys saying, I stand with you, Unc, and I stand with that brother. Okay? Shut up. Shit. Whatever, you guys. That, like anything else, will pass. Steve Harvey will be just fine. But you guys, the shit was funny. But, it's not that big of a deal. Moving on. Alright, you guys, so I watched the RKelly interview with the Huffington Post today. If you guys haven't already seen the mini clips going around on Instagram, RKelly was being interviewed on Huffington Post under the guise of him promoting his new album, Buffet. When he got there, it started off well enough with the interviewer asking him questions that were tweeted from RKelly's fans, okay? So they get RKelly there, they sit him down. It's like a 18 minute long video. At the beginning, they get him real comfortable and they ask him questions about his fans and his music making process and his daughter being in the studio. And then the shit takes a real swift left turn and they start asking him about his child predator sexual abuse allegations that we all know that he never had to do any jail time or wasn't even found guilty for the shit that he did with this allegedly did, even though we all saw the video of him fucking this 13-year-old girl. We all know that RKelly has a thing for young girls. I mean, it started with Aaliyah. At least that's what we know where it started. It probably was before that. And I'm going to imagine that it has continued on since then. We as a black community have given RKelly a pass so to speak, because we enjoy his music so much. But I don't think anybody has really forgotten the shit that R. Kelly, you know, what has messed up his past and his legacy is the fact that we all know deep down inside that he is a child predator. That's a problem within us, y'all. We done gave a nigga a pass, but the music be so good, and we just be like, you know, we gonna separate R. Kelly the man, okay, and the personal from the music. That's kind of how I've decided to do it, okay? I ain't letting the motherfucker be around my kids. You can't watch Jada while I run to the store, but I'ma definitely listen to his music. So yeah, that's a terrible thing to say. But anyway, he sits down and the interviewer starts asking him about the allegations, and R. Kelly was not here for it, okay? He immediately jumped on the defensive. He said he didn't come there for that. He went on to say that he has fans that are all over the world and that they only love him and welcome him at the concerts, and the day that, you know, they all say that they don't want to see him, that they hold up signs that call him a child molester, and you know, that they're mad and angry with him, then he won't go to them or anywhere else anymore. But as long as everybody wants to come and hear his music, then he's going to be there, and he feels like his fans love him, and that is really the media and the interviewer like her that come for him. And it went on and on like this for 10 good minutes. I mean, he just would not answer anything. She couldn't get any words in, and it turned out to, you know, he was just like, if you say anything else negative, I'ma leave. And she was just like, fuck it. She just went on to ask the question, like, you know, what do you have to say about the countless sexual abuse allegations in Chicago? I mean, she went for the fucking jugular, and he got up and he left. My thing to this is, yeah, they did bamboozle and railroad R. Kelly. If you invite the man down there for an interview about this album, then it shouldn't turn to this other thing. In the same vein, if you have a situation where people are able to tweet questions to R. Kelly, and we know how Twitter is, and we know how social media is, it was a disaster, a public relations disaster for anybody to let him get up there and allow just anybody to just tweet in questions to him, knowing that he's had that pass. Like, who the fuck is his PR people that they don't have a clause already set up in his contract where if he's going to do an interview, that they're not allowed to ask him those kind of questions, that this is only going to be about the album that I'm promoting. Because even though people were tweeting those things, they still didn't have to use those questions, because there were plenty of other questions, I'm sure, that were positive that they could have used. Okay, so Huffington Post did definitely use the opportunity to come at R. Kelly, and it was stupid for his team to allow him to be there for that. I think R. Kelly, because he kept on saying it was so long ago, he seems to think that we've forgotten. We never gonna forget that you was fucking this girl. That's 13 years old. I mean, I saw the video and I can remember. And when I think of the video, then I'm kind of disgusted, you know, with him again. But like I said, time moves on and people kind of forget, and then it's stuff like this that makes us remember again. But just because it happened so long ago doesn't mean that we didn't see the fucking video, okay? And that we still have the image and the thought in our minds that you was messing around and you took advantage of kids. I mean, it still goes on today. I still hear stories about R. Kelly. So it's not, you know, so it was stupid of his team, but it was dumb of him to think that he was going to be able to get on here and people was just like, oh, R. Kelly. Okay, and whoa, we love your music and black panties and, you know, and we do love all of that. But the bottom line is people still remember, okay? And that's always going to be a big black mark on his legacy and his career. Nobody will doubt that R. Kelly is not super talented and super successful. If he never made any more music, he doesn't have to. But I think it's very arrogant almost of him to think that he's gotten away with it, and that we as a black community, a fan of his music, are just going to just leave it alone. I guess because we enjoy his music so much that he just thought that that's what it was. That's not the case, bruh. What do you guys think about R. Kelly, though? Do you think that it was fucked up that they did, you know, him how they did, that they treated him the way that they did? Should he have expected that? Was he blindsided? Was his team at fault? Y'all leave all your comments about Aura below. Guys, I know I said the Kardashians is retired, but I have to talk about this story because I was so amazed this morning when I was doing my research. So Kimojis. Kim Kardashian West has come out with an application for your Android and iOS users by the name of Kimoji. And what it is it's emojis of anything that pertains to Kim Kardashian, as far as her butt, her different faces that she made, just anything that you could think of that reminds you of Kim Kardashian. They have made it into a little emoji that you can download onto your phone, send these emojis out. And you guys, I just have to tell you that her team is so fucking genius. First of all, Kim Kardashian has over 55 million followers on Instagram and Twitter. And that alone is very valuable. You know, of those 55 million people, many of them are stan fans, meaning that they will buy and do anything that Kim Kardashian West asks of them. So just imagine if you asked 55 million followers and even half of those followers decided to go and download your app for $2.99. Do the math. They said that it was one of the top grossing apps in the Apple Store, that so many people was trying to download the application when it first came out that it crashed the Apple Store for 7 hours and people weren't able to get it, and there was frustrations going on, but they were able to correct it. Get this. They said that her game that came out in June of 2014 made $74.5 million fucking dollars, you guys. $74.5 million from an application. And that this new Kimoji application is the 11th highest grossing app in the history of the App Store, okay, behind such very popular games as Candy Crush, and then, you know, also streaming services such as Pandora and Spotify. This is where the Kardashian family are just so smart. They capitalize on everything. They make money just from shit that is just in their background. I mean, it is just so smart. I mean, she's gonna make all this money from this application and didn't really have to do much but hire some developers, come up with this application that I don't even believe has to be that difficult. I mean, the game is probably way more involved. But this Kimoji app, I mean, how hard is it to come up with some pictures and be able to make it into an application? So, I mean, just fucking genius. And that's where you have to respect the Kardashians. Even though people really, you know, go on and say they're not talented and they don't know how to do this and they don't do that, and what do? They make fucking money is what they do. And they make it well. They are very smart when it comes to marketing and branding and capitalizing on whatever it is that is out there for them to capitalize on. So it is nothing but respect from me for the Kardashian family. They make that money, honey. And they don't fuck around when they do it. So can't be mad at that at all, you guys. We're gonna see how much this application makes. Did you guys download the Kimoji app? Child, what the fuck is wrong with these child stars? So the newest person who is bi-curious, gay, straight, you know, refusing to label themselves is your girl Keke Palmer. Okay, so when her video came out for the song I Don't Belong to You, people begin to ask questions because in the video, her leading person, her love interest, was Cassie. Cassie is a woman, obviously. And people started to wonder if this meant that Keke Palmer is gay. She says that she refuses to label herself as gay, straight, or bi, and that she may feel one way today and change her mind tomorrow. So she's not going to allow society to pigeonhole her into any one label. Right now, she would like to just call herself sexually fluid. Okay, she just kind of slithers, just like liquefies and kind of rolls over to this direction when she feels like it. And then she rolls back over to this direction any other time she feel like it. You guys, look, whatever. Okay, I'm so sick of these people that want to use all of this just because they want to be fucking around and fucking everybody, okay, and dibble and dabble. I mean, when you're in your 20s, yes, you have this liberty of, you know, being able to just kind of do whatever you want and not necessarily say that you're gay yet. You know, just kind of finding yourself moment. And that's what we'll just say. We'll just say that Keke Palmer is trying to find herself at this moment. But gay people out there, y'all know I got to ask you all the time, how do you guys feel about this? I always am interested about when the LGBTQRST NSN MLK community. You know, I guess this is where the Q comes in. People are questioning themselves and not really sure. It just seems like it's such a shim shammy, you know, kind of just like, I'm not gonna stand on nothing. I don't like wishy-washy people. I want people to say what the fuck they are. Ain't got no problem with you being gay. I don't give a fuck if you're gay or straight. Okay, but I just like for people to define themselves, and I guess that's just a flaw in me, or that's an expectation that I'm being, you know, I'm just not being realistic on these days. But what do you guys think about that kind of thing? I mean, are you guys okay with it? Maybe you're okay with it, and maybe it's just me thinking too much about it. But child, I'm so sick of these motherfuckers out here always trying to say that, you know, I'm just whatever I feel like being. I guess, honey, if you like it, I love it. Fuck, it's your life. So what do it matter to me anyway? So Countess Vaughn and Brandy made up on Instagram the other day. You guys, I didn't realize that they were in a fight. I knew that they didn't keep up with each other too much anymore, but I thought that was just life happening. But I do think I remember being stories about when Countess Vaughn and Monique left and they went on to do their own show. What was the name of their show? I don't even remember the name of the damn show. But when they went on to do their show, I remember there was being some beef, and that Countess Vaughn they were saying that she was getting very big-headed, you know, and kind of just feeling like Brandy was not, you know, and the other girl was, you know, beneath her, and that she hadn't made it, and she was this big star. And then she, of course, went on to do that show, and then the Parkers, and then her and Monique had been falling out because Monique became the breakout star, even though it was really supposed to be Countess Vaughn's show. I mean, there was all kind of drama. I might not be right about the particulars. I'm sure somebody is going to get down there and correct me, because that's what y'all motherfuckers like to do. I just remember it being some grumbling, and then of course Countess Vaughn kind of fell off, and then we didn't hear much about her, and then all of a sudden she surfaced with, you know, half her head fucked up and falling off here from wigs and glue and shit, and that's when she came back out, and then she was on R&B Divas, and now she's kind of made her splash. I guess in that time that she's been away, it was a humbling moment for her, and she had to come to some realizations about her life, and now that she has the public's eye again, she decided to put out an Instagram post, apologize to Brandy, saying that she's sorry about all the things that she might have said about her, thought about her. She only wants nothing but success for Brandy, that she's her sister. She apologized, I'm sorry, yada, yada, yada. Brandy was very touched, immediately accepted her apology, and just said, you know, we are going to get together and we're going to talk, because, you know, we're grown women now and it's a different path, and, you know, this. So it was very nice to see two black women being able to bury the hatchet and move on. I love to see when women are able to work it out, you know, admit their wrongdoings and move on. So yeah, I guess it's a congratulations to Countess Vaughn and Brandy. Okay, we'll see where this leads their newfound friendship. Lastly, congratulations are in order for Iman Shumpert and Teyana Taylor. Is it Imani Shumpert and Teyana Taylor? They have had their little girl, Iman. Child, I don't know these people's name. I'm sorry. I hate when I fuck up the name. I'll put it on the screen. But they had their bouncing baby girl last week, and congratulations to the two of them. They're engaged. They seem to be very, very much in love. And then the baby made such a splash when she came on out. Teyana went into labor before they were able to get to the hospital. The dad, Iman or Imani, whatever his name is, Mr. Shumpert, he was the one who delivered his little girl in their bathroom. I just thought that was a wonderful, wonderful story. Of course, we've all seen the video of him on Good Morning America where he's overcome with emotion. He seems to love Teyana so much, and it's such a beautiful thing to see. You just don't see that shit anymore. He was all emotional. He's crying. He's talking about, you know, how beautiful it was that the baby came out. We've seen videos of him singing to the baby smiling. I mean, it is such a perfect love story there. I really, really hope that it lasts. I hope that they get married, because we engaged now. Okay, let's go on and just show America and the world that, you know, marriage does work. And maybe we might have did shit out of order, but you guys love each other. Let's bring some, you know, let's bring some validity to marriage again. Okay, so, but I do want to say congratulations to the two of them. I think that they are an adorable couple. I hope that they make it, and we see more of them and the baby in the future. So congratulations, the Shumperts. All right. right, you guys, so that's it. Gotta get to work. We do this every single week, except for next week when I'm on vacation. You guys, make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure that you come back. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.